to the Saturday edition of Box 8. I'm Adam McGrath and again joined by Ian Lenton. And Ian, we've got a cracking day's race. We've got the Group 3 WA Champion Filly Stakes and also the Group 3 RJ Peters Stakes.
Yeah, the feature races are fantastic, aren't they? So they will be the highlight, no doubt about it, but we have a great undercard as well.
We really do. Let's take a look at the conditions that we are going to be faced with. It is, the rail will be out 9 metres. It's going to be a hot day in Perth. We're expecting 35, 36 degrees, so make sure you bring your sunscreen if you are on a track. Race number 1, it is Australia race number 3. It's over the 1,000 metres. We do get to see the 2-year-olds go head to head. There's a couple we've seen race, but a lot of trial form we have to analyse.
Yeah, that is always the interesting analysis we have to take, but invariably we favour the raced horses. But when Simon Miller presents a 2-year-old, you pay attention, and it was a very good trial from Noble Image.
It really was, and you can also keep an eye on Swift Platinum, which is running in this race as well. Noble Image able to get there in the last couple of strides. Let's take a look at that run now.
Back into third place is Massa Mac, but it's being hard ridden. Towards the outside now is Master Magician, and back behind them there's Zoffication and Brooklyn Black. But it's a race in two with about 175 to go. Swift Platinum's in front. Second is Noble Image, who's getting a little bit closer. Swift Platinum, Noble Image with every stride raced up, nailed it right on the...
A really good finish by Noble Image there. It was a strong performance, and the 5 Swift Platinum was a very good trial as well.
Let's take a look at some of the other runners here. What about the ones that have performed and against each other? Number 1, Our Time Will Come, and also number 7, Storm Power.
Yeah, well, they're the only 2 that have raced, so that makes it very interesting indeed, because 7 Storm Power has great gate speed. The 1 Our Time Will Come was disappointing last start, but it did run into a wet track. The 7 Storm Power has William Pike on board. It's enough said.
Number 3, God I Love You, attacked the line strongly in that run, sat back and made up some late ground. I was quite impressed with the run.
Yeah, it did. It was a good trial. It's drawn inside, only trialled on the Monday, so just a short turnaround from that, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Let's take a look at selections for race number 1. I'm going to be tipping number 5, Swift Platinum. I think it'll have the speed to win this race. From number 1, Our Time Will Come, number 7, Storm Power, and number 8, Noble Image.
7 Storm Power on top from 8 Noble Image, number 9 Quincy's Image, and number 1 Our Time Will Come.
Race number 2 at Ascot, it's Australia. Race number 5 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1,800 metres. And Ian, I think there's a few runners that are well and truly above the others in this race.
Yeah, there's a few that really highlight well above the majority of these. A lot of them are battling for form, especially Wednesday level, let alone Saturday. But we look at the run of Dark Musket. Well, it's certainly likely to be favourite, but the 3 Bravo Romeo was a great performance last start.
It really was, and the combination of Paula Wag and Sean O'Donnell in this replay that we're going to take a look at. Now Jake Casey will take the ride, so a 2-kilo claim as well, which certainly will be an advantage, but let's take a look at the last start win.
Andrew got ahead in front, sacks on, sacks off, kicks again, 2 lengths behind them, Night Prowler, Scenic Lord, Bravo Romeo running on at the 200, Night Prowler grabbed the lead though from Rain Dance Maggie, down the outside now coming is Bravo Romeo, he's finishing fast and so's Al Maydell, Night Prowler, Bravo Romeo, and on the outside...
Good performance there by Bravo Romeo. That was at midweek level, however, and it's carrying the same weight as a galloper like the 1 Dark Musket, who has won a listed race. Although it's in good form with 3 Bravo Romeo, you just think there's a class golf between it and the top weight.
You mentioned Dark Musket, Clint Johnson Porter ride, so the 3-kilo claim, and I've been really impressed with the way this horse has returned.
Yeah, it is improving. It certainly looks like it's capable to even tackle the much older horses. For what it achieved during that winter period was fantastic. So drawn well here, progressive galloper.
Some other quality gallopers that I think we'll be seeing running on late is number 4 Carney and number 5 Moon Search. How do you analyse their form?
Well, you look at Carney's record on a good track. When you look at the weather, it's going to be, 35 degrees. Its only wins have come on a soft track, which I found the other day. It could be 100 to 1.
Ooh, so a bit of an outsider there. What about Moon Search?
Look, Moon Search is progressive enough. It was a good performance. Planets Align hasn't raced by the time this will go to... Well, by the time this is released, it would have raced, so that would give us a clearer picture. But Tales of Summer came from that race, and Dana Breezer as well, both won midweek.
Just a quick comment as well on number 7, Sax Office. I know this is a horse you have a lot of time for. You were concerned when they dropped back to the 1,200 metres that wouldn't have the turn of foot to go with them. You were right there again on the money. Stepping out to the 1,800 metres, few question marks, but it just looks as though the race will set up nicely for it.
Yeah, you think it is certainly the horse that has that class around it. And William Pike on board. I know Lucy Warwick has jumped off, which isn't a great sign, but just feeling with X Factor, Saxophonist is probably the knockout in this race.
Let's take a look at selections, and I'm going to be tipping number 1 Dark Musket, from number 5 Moon Search, number 4 Carney, and number 3 Bravo Romeo.
And 1 Dark Musket on top from 7 Saxophonist, the 5 Moon Search, and number 6 Blitzum Someday.
Race number 3, it's Australia race number 7 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1,400 metres, and Ian, we get to take a look at a few horses that went head to head, and Stocks was able to beat Bomber Bay on Melbourne Cup Day.
It was a really good performance. Stocks now looking for 4 in a row. This horse is it's always threatened it had that ability, but it has gone on with it. The great performance. The 5 Bomber Bay, that is getting frustrating for punters.
It certainly is. You can have a look at Bombers Bay running this replay as well. Was no luck throughout the final stages, but Stocks ended up being too good. We'll take a look at that victory now.
Going around the outside, Tiger Red at the 300, the leader by 2.5 lengths to Minimalist, and then Stocks. Bomber Bay flat to the floorboards back in the field. It's Tiger Red with 150 to go. Here comes Stocks though. Now Bomber Bay starts to get a wriggle on. Mightn't be all over yet. He's coming through. Stocks, Tiger Red, Bomber Bay. Stocks got the lead. Stocks.
The gate speed is a bit of an issue for the 5 Bomber Bay, but Stocks I thought beat it on its merits. Bomber Bay was very good in the line. It's just enigmatic, Bomber Bay. Look, you can't begrudge anyone tipping this horse, but it's getting harder and harder to back.
It really is. What about number 3, Happy with Kendall? Jared Noske takes the ride here. A winner 2 starts ago. Beat Dark Alert, which is in the same race as well, so we can analyse the form lines there. Was beaten 4 lengths last start by Regal Commander.
It was really disappointing. It was much worse than what it should have been, and I look at the form lines, that Regal Commander race, it was so strong on sectional times that it's a race to look out for. And Jared Noske on board, I'm willing to dismiss its last run, because if Happy with Kendall gets to the front easily, we know how good it is.
Dark Alive hasn't raced since that defeat too, Happy with Kendall. Drawn nicely, barrier 5 to 56.5 kilos. William Pite to ride. What's your thoughts?
Has just such a great record over the 1400 metres, is very hard to dismiss. Can pick up that ground versus Happy with Kendall, but it was beaten on its merits.
Let's take a look at selections then, and I'm going to go with the frustrating one. Number 5, Bomber Bay. From number 1, Stocks. Number 6, Dark Alert. And number 3, Happy with Kendall.
3 Happy with Kendall on top from 1 Stocks, 6 Dark Alert and 5 Bomber Bay.
Race number 4 at Ascot. It's Australia race number 9 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1200 metres, and Ian, there's some genuine speed in this race.
There is, but it's a very problematic speed map when you look at it. The race is sponsored by Asahi. My suggestion is to drink a big pint of this and just pick blindly, because it's a raffle in my opinion.
You might get lucky if you do follow those punting instructions there from Ian. The replay that we're going to take a look at is in the Cerise and White. It went down to Bunbury last start, was a winner and a maiden, attacked the line strongly. Let's take a look at that victory now.
Secret Enzyme just in front, joined by Discord, which as they turn the corner. Cracker Vision gets a nice run the inside. Dane Fins down the outside, and then followed Express Dancer down with 200 metres to go. Cracker Vision coming up on the inside of Secret Enzyme, who's still battling away. Flying along is Express Dancer late. Cracker Vision in front. On the inside, Express Dancer made a dive.
Look, the queries are out on that race, how good the quality was, but Cracker Vision, by the time we record this, it hasn't raced, so we don't really know how the form lines present. We will have a better idea on Saturday, but it was a win. It is in Cerise and White with William Pike on board.
A horse that we do know the form lines is number 5, Kiwanzo. The blinkers come off, steps up to the 1200 metres. The speed in the race, there's a lot of positives.
Yeah, I think it is the best horse in the race on its day, but it's very hard to catch. It has been on a slow track the last 3 failures, so perhaps that's why it hasn't been at its best, but the bar plate's wrong, which is never a positive.
Number 8, Crown Choice. This is a horse that you and I both have a lot of time for. We liked it for the place last start. It managed to just get there in the closing stages. Is this a winnable race?
Look, it could be. I think we're looking at the form lines. My sister, Lil Bomber Bay, Happy with Kendall, Regal Commander. They're good horses. It was beaten by the same margin throughout, but I think we'll have a better indication from Happy with Kendall in the previous race.
Well, let's take a look at selections, and I'm going to be tipping that way. Number 8, Crown Choice. From number 5, Kiwanzo. Number 9, Express Dancer. And number 7, Coruscation.
The same Cremella as you. I'm 5, Kiwanzo. From number 8, Crown Choice. The 2, Blacksmith. And number 7, Coruscation.